Hi, my name is Ronak, and I think this is the best platform to talk about this, especially with ex-MBA people, right? I'm sure every MBA guy had an idea, and you want to bring it. So this is called ideation, right? I'm sure many people who have gone this stage. You are drunk with your friends, you are high, and you get an idea, and you feel like, what a cool idea, right? That's what you feel like, and I have been there. So till it's in your head, it's an idea, right? But it's only when people make it their own, that's when the idea becomes reality. How many times have you seen a WhatsApp sales guy come to you and say that, ma'am, please download WhatsApp and start using WhatsApp? How many times has a Facebook sales guy has come and told you, sir, why don't you get on WhatsApp? My bloody parents are on Facebook. That's the only request I blocked, by the way. And the scary part is my parents are on WhatsApp. Imagine your parents are getting this onto WhatsApp. That's the revolution that's happening in India. And that's reality, right? Only when you have an idea and people make it their own, that becomes reality. And I'm sure everybody has this dream that your idea should be owned by millions and all that stuff. So what I would do is, let me tell you how to convert an idea to reality through my story. Well, I'm 29 and I have been in a relationship for the last 20 years. Basically, I fell in love when I was class 5. But I fell in love with a computer. That's the only difference. And that sort of thing was a curse from my family, like, what the hell happened to my son? Right? He's gone mad and all that. I used to bunk classes and be in the computer lab. And 8 years forward, I of course screwed up my IIT, I of course screwed up my AIEEE and what have the other exams. And I ended up in a random college, not a random college anymore, CET Bhubaneswar, because I got computer science. So yeah, that's when I was like, shit, what happened to me, right? I was completely blind in love with my computer. And 4 years hence, something happened. In the history of my college, Microsoft being a dream company, Microsoft never come to my campus. After my batch, Microsoft came to my campus. But in my batch, Microsoft came on campus, and I was the only one who got selected. Right? So this is what I truly learned. That was a move. The day I got selected in Microsoft, that was its moving line for me. Like, you need to be blindly in love, and the love will find its own way. Never give up. If you like a girl, go behind her, right? And you will get there somewhere. So it's very important to be in love with your idea. Now, moving on. So I joined Microsoft. All the 3 years, I was like, okay, I'm doing pretty good out there. I got Gold Star Award and stuff. But then, I was in a level playing field. But then, this whole butterfly thing, right? When you fall in love, you have this butterfly thing in your stomach, isn't it? So I was like, okay, all the 3 years I was waiting that I will get an idea someday and I will do something of my own, right? And but then, that never happened. So 3 years hence, I was actually in Bhubaneswar. I was partying again. I was high. And then, one of my friends said, hey, I think we should do something in life. I don't know what happened, but then that line itself, I had this thing like, dude, what am I doing, right? The next day I went and I resigned from my job without having no clue what the hell am I going to work on. And I created Now Floats with this to get a small business, a retailer, because we have 56 million SMEs in India. We have 200 million SMEs across the globe, a retail shop. But everybody has a simple dream to get more customers within their own city. So in 2011, I went to them and said, hey, you know how to do SMS, isn't it? No freaking apps and nothing. 3 simple SMS, and you go live. You are online. And you can manage your entire online presence using simple SMS. Now that somehow got their attention. People thought, SMS, hey, it's pretty easy. Let me just do it, right? That's what people thought. And with that story, people started updating quite a lot. We started getting ridiculous business updates. 10% off on iPhone. During Diwali, we used to get 10% off on some pattu saris. We got a lot of apparel customers, apparently. They would not, the behavior earlier was a guy might have a website, but he would never update it. By just making content creation simple, by just making technology simple, we today get 20,000 business updates a week. We get to know what's happening in a store. Now with that, of course being a tech guy, we wrote a machine learning algorithm, an AI bot, which looks at the content and automatically optimizes it for local search. So anybody looking for, let's say, tunics and capris in Hyderabad finds one of my customers, and that's what we call local SEO. Now with that, we took people online, we did automated SEO, and we moved inventory. And we reached today, within last 2011-2016, we reached 200,000 retailers in India, out of which 175,000 retailers pay us. So we are sort of the fastest growing SME tech company in India. We get 6 million consumers who look for this information and land up on one of the merchants whom we enable. We're absolutely the back-end guys. We don't exist. We are the transparent marketplace. And we move $2 million worth of inventory from the shops every month. That's the power of creating simple technology that works. So yeah, and hence my biggest learning. If you feel the butterflies in your stomach, jump. Do not be logical. How many of you have seen, how many Fortune 500 company founders are MBA grads? Because if logical, you'll never do a startup. Ever in your life. Because had it been very straightforward, imagine me leaving my job at Microsoft, saying that I will create website and I'll get people online through SMS. What the hell was I smoking, right? So you can never be logical about your gut feeling. You need to follow your gut. If there are butterflies in your gut, jump. That's my biggest learning. And by the way, with that, me and one of my alumni of your college, Sati, we created this. So this is Bolt, the world's first smart, not a charger. It's a smart charger for bikes. So which not only charges your phone, but also helps you track your riding experience. Today as a rider, I love riding bike. So today as a rider, I really do not get to track what is the average speed because if I'm Leh Ladakh, navigation doesn't work, the data doesn't work. So we created this, and till date we have tracked around 5 lakh kilometers across India. I mean, my riders have tracked around 5 lakh kilometers around India in Bolt. So okay, moving on. That's the setting of the idea. But now let's say idea, you jumped, right? You felt the butterflies, you jumped. You're illogical and stupid. Now what? You can't do jack alone. Nothing happens alone. It's just that you can think of an idea, but you need a team. Now, the only way you can create a team is if you do this. You need to learn to trust people first for them to trust you back. I started my company alone, but now, if you look at this picture, I have 3 other co-founders who are very senior to me. I used to always go to people and say that, hey, I'm an ex-Microsoft, this is what I'm working on. I hate the idea that people say I'm working in a stealth mode. I have no respect for that. Because if you think that idea is good, there are 10 other people thinking the idea is exactly the same idea. You need to share it with everybody. Because that gets you the trust. Jazz was 18 years into Microsoft, and he was a VP at CA, he left his job and joined me. Neeraj was 15 years into advertising in Dubai. He left his job and joined me. Nitin was a global sales head at Microsoft. He left and joined me. So we are now 4 co-founders at Nowfloats, and we're 250 employees at Nowfloats with 175,000 paid customers. It only happened because I never believed that anything to be stealth mode. I share all my ideas with the competition in the market. If I have to get a meeting with them, I say, hey, this is what I'm working on. These are my future plans. Because that helps me extract their secret information from their side. So you need to put the trust on the table first. Now, so let's say you do that, and then you have a big team who are better than you and senior than you. How do you make them work? This. You need to make them feel that it was their idea and you didn't exist. So when I call my team for a meeting, I walk them through the exact decision tree which I'm a tech guy, I use a lot of tech things. I walk them through the exact decision tree which I underwent to reach that conclusion. So that by the end of the meeting, they feel, shit, it was actually my idea. I mean, his idea, right? And then there comes a sense of ownership. He would never give up. So instead of telling your team what to do, you should tell your team, this is your idea, enable your team, the sense of ownership. That's what gets them going. Otherwise, no more experienced guy or no smart guy is going to ever join you when you're doing a startup. Moving on. Well, you create a team, and from outside it looks like a very funky story, rosy story and all that, but trust me, a startup is an absolute unknown journey. It's like being, what I said, in being blind in love. It's an absolute unknown journey. Only when you jump into it, you realize, what the hell am I into? Honestly speaking, given a choice now, had I known this is the same market, maybe I wouldn't have done it. It's an absolute, you do not know what you're going to face. So when my employees, Ram and Paras, my employees, when they come to me with a problem, my only answer is, figure it out. Because if you knew all the answers, what makes you think there is not another guy sitting in US who has the same set of answers, or maybe better than you? So you would never have answers. If there is a problem statement in front of you, and you have said that, hey, I have all the answers, it's absolutely bullshit. If somebody comes to me for investment and says that, Ronak, this is my business plan, I have figured out everything, I said, okay, get lost. If you have business plan have all the answers, then something is fundamentally wrong with it. That cannot be a breakthrough startup. That cannot be a startup that can create a market. That will be a Me Too startup. So it's absolutely an unknown journey. But then yes, you undergo shit. It's never a clean journey. It's absolutely, I don't know, it's crazy. We had fights with my co-founders, like we fight with the nails. There were times when I thought, shit, I should leave this company. I've been at that edge. There are times when there was police standing in front of my house because I had taken 12 lakhs credit on my credit card and I did not pay it back. I didn't have money. There were times when I had, imagine an ex-Microsoft, I used to get paid quite a lot. 100 rupees on a bank account in the middle of, I had to plan for every meal of the day. I had to plan that shit. If I today refuel my bike, I won't have money to eat. That was the shit I underwent, right? But then, you always have a lighthouse. You always have a guiding light. And the guiding light is this. This is the mantra I realized after 4 years. Always remember the why. You do anything in life, wherever you're confused, always remember why on earth are you doing it. Do not do a startup because a friend is doing a startup. Do not do a startup because a friend has $10 million from Morgan Creek. Do not do a startup because some guy standing on the stage is giving you gyan. Or do not do a startup because you watch the Social Network movie that can change the world. That's absolutely nonsense. You should always remember the why part of the thing. But that is one thing which will always keep you going. When you get married, every marriage undergoes shit, right? But when and every marriage has this thing, that the time where you're like, oh, dude, where am I? Right? The why part of you got married, that is very important. So always remember the why of the idea and you will definitely make it through. Your idea will definitely come real. Thank you.